Understanding the different drawdown calculations can sometimes be a bit of a head scratcher. I've just found a useful site on MQL5 where it explains how different drawdown measurements are calculated and what they absolutely mean. So I thought I'd hop on and share that. So when we're looking at drawdown and the MyFX book percentage or FX Blue, sometimes they might not make sense to you, but there's basically three things that are measured at different times, and it depends which one that they're using. So the first one is the absolute drawdown figure. Okay, so that's basically the measurement of where the account started versus what the lowest amount of that initial capital was at any one point. Okay, and that's shown on here. So this account here started at 5,000, went up to 6, but then dropped back to 4. But the absolute drawdown is the difference between the 5,000 that we started with and the 4,000, which was the lowest point that we had. So the absolute drawdown on that calculation is 1,000. Okay. The next one is understanding the maximal drawdown, and this is important to consider where we've got the peak of your P&L, the peak of the profit, versus then the biggest drop in relative terms to the lowest point. Yeah, so in this example, this P&L got to 8,000 and then dropped back to 5.5. So that is a maximal drawdown of 2,500. Yeah, and the last one is something called absolute drawdown, which is a percentage measurement. Okay, which is the biggest percentage drop that you've seen. Now in this example, the account went to 6 and then dropped to 4. Now in percentage terms, that is 33.3%. Now although that figure is less than the maximal drawdown figure, in percentage terms it's more. Okay, so in this example, the relative drawdown calculation would be 33.3%, and it refers to the move from the initial deposit, from the 6,000 all the way down to the 4,000 figure. So that's why sometimes, for example, we run a challenge and we have a daily limit of 4,500, but we upload to MyFX book and we might have a 5 point something maximal drawdown because of at what point that's been measured. But that doesn't mean we broke any rules because we had our limits set within that 24-hour period. It's literally the measurement of the highest to that lowest point at any one time, but that doesn't mean that we've, any rules have been violated. So it's important that you just understand them differences and how that calculation is calculated ultimately. Hope that helps. Check out the site for more information.